Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into today's story, I was just looking at our analytics, and it turns out a whopping 98% of you who watch our videos aren't actually subscribed. That's a huge number. If you enjoy the stories we share, hitting that subscribe button is the best way to support us and make sure you never miss an update. It's free, it only takes a second, and it makes a massive difference for us. So, if you could just take a moment to click that button, it would mean the world. Thank you so much. Now, let's get into the story. Maya and Ria had been best friends since college. They were the kind of friends you see in movies, completely inseparable. They'd spend hours studying together, their sessions always ending in laughter over midnight snacks. They shared secrets that no one else in the world knew. Their bond was pure, easy, and incredibly strong. Until one rainy Friday night, when everything changed in an instant. The city was quiet, muffled by the storm, and the soft patter of raindrops echoed against the windows of Maya's small, cozy apartment. Ria had just shown up after work, completely drenched from the downpour, her dark hair clinging to her cheeks. Maya couldn't help but laugh as she handed her a fluffy towel. "You always forget your umbrella," Maya teased, her voice warm. Ria smiled softly, wrapping the towel around her hair. "Maybe I just like your tea too much to stay away." They settled onto the couch, cocooned in soft blankets, sipping from steaming mugs of chamomile tea. The dim lights of the apartment, the gentle sound of the rain, and the comfortable warmth between them made everything feel perfect, almost too perfect. Then, something strange happened. As they sat side by side, Maya's hand brushed against Ria's. It was a simple, accidental touch, but instead of pulling away, their fingers lingered, resting against each other. For a long, silent moment, neither of them moved. The air between them, once so easy and familiar, suddenly shifted. It became thick with unspoken energy. Maya's heart began to race. She couldn't quite process what was happening. This was Ria, her best friend, the person she told everything to. But something about this touch, this charged silence, felt different. It felt real, electric. Ria finally broke the spell, looking up, her eyes lacking with Maya's. Her gaze was intense, searching. "Why are you looking at me like that?" she whispered, her voice trembling just slightly. "I don't know," Maya admitted, her own voice barely above a whisper. Her honesty surprised even herself. Maybe because I'm realizing something I never did before." Ria's breath hitched. The tension in the room was now palpable, heavy with all the words they'd never said and all the feelings they'd never acknowledged. Then, without any more warning, guided by an impulse she didn't understand, Maya leaned forward and kissed her. It was a soft, hesitant kiss, full of uncertainty and years of unspoken affection. For a split second, Ria froze, completely still, as if in shock. But then, she responded, kissing Maya back with a gentleness that mirrored her own. In that moment, the world outside faded away. The rain, the distant thunder, the city, none of it mattered. All that existed was this one completely unexpected, earth-shattering moment between them. When they finally, slowly, pulled apart, both were breathless and speechless. "Maya," Ria started, her voice a fragile whisper. What was that?" I don't know," Maya stammered, trying to steady her racing heart and her shaky breath. "But it felt right, didn't it?" Ria didn't answer. Instead, she stood up abruptly and started pacing across the small living room. Her movements were agitated, her thoughts clearly in turmoil. "We're best friends, Maya. This can't happen. People will think." "Who cares what people think?" Maya interrupted, getting to her feet as well. She couldn't let this moment be ruined by fear of judgment. "I care about what you think, about what we feel." Ria turned away, hiding her face, but Maya could see the tears welling in her eyes. "I can't lose you," she said, her voice choked with emotion. "You're the most important person in my life, but I also don't know what this means for us." For the next few days, a painful silence fell between them. It was unbearable. Every text message was typed out and then deleted. Every shared memory was replayed over and over in their minds, now cast in a completely new light. The easy friendship they had known was gone, replaced by a confusing and heartbreaking distance. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Ria showed up at Maya's door again. Her eyes were shadowed, her expression raw with vulnerability. "I can't stop thinking about that night," she confessed, her voice barely audible. "About you," Maya's heart, which had felt so heavy for days, suddenly skipped a beat. A fragile hope began to bloom in her chest. Then why did you walk away? Because it scared me, Ria said, her voice shaking with the weight of her admission. She looked directly at Maya, her eyes pleading for understanding. It scared me because it felt too real. But maybe the things that scare us the most are what we really want. A faint, hopeful smile touched Maya's lips. So, what do you want now? Ria took a deep breath, closed the small distance between them, and stepped closer. I want to try, she said, her voice filled with a newfound resolve. With you. Their lips met again, but this time, there was no hesitation. It was a kiss full of certainty, passion, and a deep, profound love that had been hiding just beneath the surface for years, waiting for the right moment to be realized. It felt like coming home. But just when everything seemed to be falling perfectly into place, fate played its cruelest twist. The very next morning, Maya's phone rang. The caller ID showed Ria's name, and Maya answered with a smile on her face, expecting to hear her voice. But it wasn't Ria. It was Ria's mother, her voice frantic and panicked. She told Maya that Ria had been in a serious car accident on her way to work. Maya's world shattered. She dropped everything and rushed to the hospital, her mind a blur of fear and disbelief. She found Ria in a hospital bed, unconscious. Her body was bruised and broken, but she was alive. Maya grabbed her hand, holding it tight, as tears streamed down her cheeks. You're not allowed to leave me. Do you hear me? She whispered, her voice breaking. You said we'd try. We just started. So you have to wake up. Please, wake up. After hours of agonizing waiting, a flicker of movement, Ria's fingers twitched in Maya's grasp. Her eyes slowly, weakly fluttered open. A faint, tired smile appeared on her lips as she focused on Maya's face. Hey, she whispered, her voice raspy. Maya laughed through her tears, a wave of immense relief washing over her. She leaned down and kissed Ria's forehead gently. Don't you ever scare me like that again. Ria's smile widened slightly. Guess we're stuck with each other now. They both laughed, a sound full of relief, pain, and overwhelming love. In that sterile hospital room, they both knew that life had just given them a second chance, a chance to love, to feel, and to be completely honest about what was real between them. Their friendship had transformed into something deeper, something neither of them had ever planned for, but something they both knew, with absolute certainty, they would never let go of again. Thank you so much for listening to today's story. If it touched you, please leave a like and a comment down below. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps us continue to bring you more content like this. We'll see you in the next video.